One by one, CWA's best have fallen.
Who knows? Oh no, no! It's gotta stop. When does this end?
And what of self-inflicted wounds?
They're not fighting, they're just talking. Budo is walking out. Is Budo one of them?
Who is left to suffer? When will it end? Tonight, for your entertainment and ours, BWA will reveal our newest recruit, because blood is thicker than Capcom.
Week 3 of this siege situation here on Saturday Night Slam Masters. Haggar Stadium remains under the control of the Rogue Federation, BWA, Blood Wrestling Association, a rogue rival federation who has taken over this building, and this building now welcoming Rainbow Mika. I don't really know what her intentions are here. Of course, she can't fight BWA. State Commission has clearly stated intergender competition is strictly forbidden. BWA's been able to skate under the lines. Local authorities have shown total apathy to this situation. They say it's a wrestling problem. Wrestling has to solve it. If they want to keep getting away with it, they do not want an intergender situation here. Well, wait a second. Astro said that there would be a new recruit. Are you telling me this is Black Widow? Well, Black Widow was suspended for exactly that reason. She had disguised herself in competing in the men's division. We saw her debut during the Crash Carnival when we went to Germany, and she entered the Superstar Challenge, fighting Superstar Joe. She's had matches with Gerald Golby and Rip Saber. And what an interesting turn of events. I didn't expect that she would go from a match with Rip Saber to now joining the BWA. I've got to believe it's because of the suspension. Of course, again, intergender competition is strictly forbidden by the State Sporting Commission. And that led to the unmasked Black Widow being suspended. She was unmasked during her match with Rip Saber. Yoko Harmageddon, one of the figureheads of IJWPW, made her presence known unmasked. Black Widow, I suppose, Yoko Harmageddon, she has history with Black Widow. She clearly knew that this was a woman disguised as a man. And I guess the newest recruit of BWA is one of the most controversial figures that you could possibly imagine now in Joshi competition. But hey, she's up against Rainbow Mika, and I gotta have hope. I gotta hold on to that hope. We have been under a lockdown situation. This building, Haggar Stadium, has been locked down. It's been strictly under the control of BWA, Blood Wrestling Association. As Mika goes over the top, this is incredible. I am holding on to hope here, and I think this could be the beginning of something. CWA could be fighting back here, and Rainbow Mika has Black Widow the double leg, go for the giant swing. That is incredible, and that is really a lot of woman to throw around. Black Widow is no shrinking violet. She's a tall lass, but Rainbow Mika taking full advantage of her low center of gravity. She's a powerful muscle bomber. And look, don't get me wrong, I don't believe for 1 second that the intergender competition would be any issue for Rainbow Mika. She can hold her own against the best of them, but that is the ruling made by State Sporting Commission. We gotta adhere to that. And, well, clearly BWA have found themselves a Joshi representative. Looks like Rainbow Mika is taking care of Black Widow, though, and I love to see this as Mika plays to this crowd. It's a very different mood here at Haggar Stadium. It's a totally different mood. There's a DDT by Black Widow. Vicious clothesline. The mood has changed. The fans that have been allowed into this arena, for what purpose, I don't fully understand. BWA is really... Their intentions are unclear. They have taken over Saturday Night Slam Masters. Is it about power? Is it about exposure? I don't know what they want, but the fans that they have brought into this arena, it's not entirely the usual fans. There is a different mood here. The entire situation has produced a different mood as Black Widow sends Mika back into the ring, and really, I mean, a formality, really, that this has to conclude in the ring. There's a pin. Well, I'm pleased to see the Rainbow Mika kicked out there because this is just a dire situation. You can see there the Wraith, Rip Saber, and Kamala the Bouncer at ringside. They're in the corner of Black Widow, as they have been these last few weeks. BWA is really just, I don't really understand the purpose of this. The rules are clearly out the window. They have brought their own official. This referee seems completely indifferent to the rules of the squared circle. Anything seems to be allowed, but we live in hope as BWA has allowed Muscle Bombers to start entering the competition. There's a nice shooting peach. This could be it. Gee, I thought she might have had it. As competitors have been allowed to compete here in Saturday Night Slam Masters, that hope springs eternal that something might change here. And Mika celebrating her advantage right now. Black Widow jumps back into the ring, though. You do not want to turn your back on Black Widow. She's very dangerous. Tremendous follow-through on that DDT by Rainbow Mika. She is here to fight. She is here to win for CWA. She's doing what she can. Another shooting peach. Look at that. Black Widow's down. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. I can't believe that was only a 2. Take nothing away from Black Widow. She is tremendous. Didn't win any of her matches so far, but put on tremendous competition with Gerald Golby. Endured his hard-hitting martial arts MMA Valtude style. I was very impressed by that. Retroactively, really thinking about it, that's quite an impressive performance by Black Widow as she uses the power of her long legs to kick and push Rainbow Mika. There's a back heel kick to the midsection. Mika is really under the pump here. Widow goes down, leapfrog, burying the knee to the midsection. Black Widow is tremendously powerful. She's fast, very agile, very almost gymnastic in some of her approach to professional wrestling. Uses those long limbs in a lot of interesting ways, and there's a belly-to-belly suplex from the second rope. That is a big move. Another kick out. Rainbow Mika just showing tremendous tenacity here. Very gutsy performance. She's rolling to the outside. Black Widow clearly saw it coming. Highly competitive matchup here, and this speaks to the impressive work ethic, the ring style of these Joshi Bombers. Short armbar on the outside, and for whatever rules there are, it seems to be you can't win at ringside at the very least. I'm not entirely convinced that any of the CWA Muscle Bombers can win. We'll see. I have to hold on to hope. I have to believe that there is some sort of purpose to all of this. Of course, we've seen so many of CWA's best beaten down. Mike Haggar still in hospital. Alexei Zalazov recovering from vision impairment. There's a cover. Oh, no. Well, I didn't necessarily see that one coming. And I guess I'm being told that we're going to go to an ad here as Black Widow celebrates the win. And we're back. Rip Saber in the ring here. Black Widow has exited the arena for now. And here comes Max. We haven't seen Max in a while. Hopefully he can come out here and do something against Rip Saber. Look, Max is a tremendous fighter, great boxing style, bit of MMA, very experienced, hasn't had a lot of luck so far here at CWA, but I've seen him have some great matches with Alex, and hopefully he can get back into action here and help CWA strike back at the BWA. Again, we don't really know what the situation is here. This is our third week dealing with a siege-like situation. BWA, Blood Wrestling Association, has taken over this building, have really held it hostage to some degree. They have prevented the usual rank-and-file muscle bombers and officials of CWA from entering. As this match gets underway, Rip Saber, nice kick. Rip Saber taking control here. The rules really have gone completely out the window. As you see the Wraith and Kamala the Bouncer there in the blue corner, now backing up Rip Saber. Black Widow has left. She has got her win, the first win for BWA, and really a moral win for BWA in some ways, although I don't know if that's quite right to phrase it that way, but she's the new recruit of BWA. They're expanding their numbers, taking advantage really of, I suppose, the dissatisfaction the Black Widow must feel having been suspended after she was unmasked some weeks ago at the end of the Crash Carnival when we were in Canada, the home nation, of course, of Rip Saber. And we thought Rip Saber was just joining us. Kamala the Bouncer joined us there in Canada, the two of them, Canadian muscle bombing, legends. We thought we were just expanding our roster. It turns out we were inviting something in as their cohorts, Astro and the Wraith, I suppose, were taking control of this building. Maybe the building was already locked down by that point. Maybe Rip Saber and Kamala the Bouncer would just, oh my, look at that! Diving kick through the middle rope. That's really impressive stuff. I mean, these guys do not need to be resorting to some of the tactics that they are, using the extra man advantage, using the weapons, ignoring the rule book. These guys are all competent muscle bombers, really, perfectly capable individuals, but for whatever reason, under the guidance of Astro, they've taken over the building, and we got to start asking questions now. If Black Widow can join them, who else might join them? Last week, I was disappointed personally to see Mysterious Budo confront Astro, only to walk out. Mysterious Budo did not fight, and we've seen Budo stand up against the United and Mighty, against the Mad Gear Gang, Hugo Andore. He beat Hugo in the main event in Japan. It was an incredible match, an incredible scene. Mysterious Budo did not even fight BWA. He didn't even fight Astro. He just turned around and walked out. Words were exchanged between Astro and Mysterious Budo. So many questions coming out of that. We got to wonder, where are Budo's allegiances at this point? I got to believe that he is somewhere in the middle at the very least. I want to believe that Budo is here for BWA, for CWA, when we need him, but maybe that slip of the tongue says something, because he may have crossed sides. He may have gone to BWA, and I think that was the sentiment that Astro was trying to push. As we watch this match, Max trying desperately to do something here, and I am clinging to hope. Great, oh look at that, tremendous back elbow. Now Max maybe going to fight fire with fire, picking up those ring steps. Big, unwieldy steel steps. They can be difficult to handle, but they are an instrument of destruction in the right hands. And usually I wouldn't advocate necessarily for that, but the way BWA are playing by different rules, you may have to fight. And look at this, Max reversing that move, that military press, maybe a finishing move for Rip Saber. We've seen him using the military press into a modified spine buster, maybe a power slam. There's a great right hand. I don't know what's going on here. The Wraith has entered the ring. Something's going on with our cameras as well. I really got to apologize for the entire presentation. Clearly BWA not really up to our standards, in my opinion. They have commandeered our equipment, our program, our building, but they haven't really shown the expertise to know how to use it all. We have essentially, this is a pirate broadcast, little more than that. We've really reduced what we're doing, and And once again, they've reduced the entire thing. Look at this. Kamala the Bouncer now having words with the referee, distracting the referee for whatever purpose, because frankly, this referee doesn't seem to mind as the Wraith stalks Max on the outside. He's backing off now. Any pretense that there are rules here really just seems like a bad joke to me. Now Kamala the Bouncer has come over for his pound of flesh. Basically a 3-on-1. You could call it a lumberjack match, but really it's a 3-on-1 handicap match, and I'm disgusted again and again. Last week we had to endure this. We saw Sheep the Royal, we saw Titan the Great, Birdie, all dominated in 3-on-1 assaults. It really stinks. And we can't forget that BWA took this building, took this show, took this company by force. It was 2 weeks ago now. They attacked the building. I suppose they had control of the building. They've made over they've put their symbol on the mat. They've changed, the crash mats at the outside. They've changed the ropes. They've remade it, everything in their own image. Their disgusting, vile image. They've broken our LED screen. Looks like they figured out at least how to put an image on there. They did that much. Look at this. Kendo stick as Kamala gets in Max's face. Rip Saber using that kendo stick as a weapon to crack it across the skull of Max. Max is dazed. I mean, this is reminiscent of his match against Alex where he was counted out. He was medically cleared, but I would hate to think what some of these shots could do. As Kamala the Bouncer and Rip Saber now double team Max. There's a nice Michinoku style scoop slam. And Kamala the Bouncer putting hands. Catches a little bit of Rip Saber's kick. I'm not sure he liked that too much. I'm not real sorry to see it. And Max is doing everything he can to fight back. Kamala the Bouncer now following him into the ring, cutting him off. This is a 2-on-1. Rip Saber now with the clotheslines. Kamala the Bouncer kind enough to remove himself from the situation, I suppose. For whatever good that does. And there's that military press. Into the spine buster. That slam. Is this gonna be it? Yeah, that's it. More after this.
This is gonna be fun. I'm still on a journey.
Come get some.
Traveling to new places, experiencing new things, meeting new faces, having good fights. Fight, drink, eat, sleep, repeat. Seriously, it's a good life.
I'll pick up the check.
Well, the sham continues as Alex now brawls with the Wraith on the outside. Of course, during that break, Alex made his entrance. The Wraith cut him off. These guys are brawling on the outside now. It looks like Alex has come dressed for a street fight. He's going to need to be in that mindset. Now, I really want to believe that something is possible here. A miracle is possible that maybe a guy like Alex could cause an upset. But right now, the Wraith using the steel steps. Well, he spares him this time. Evil intentions of the Wraith, and the Wraith is just a disturbing individual. I don't quite know what this guy's deal is. He is a big, scary, dark presence looming over Saturday Night Slam Masters as he goes to Goozle. And maybe he's going to use that military press. But no, Alex fighting out for what good it was. There's the choke slam. The Wraith is a big, scary man, and there's that Goozle. Gets him up, but once again, Alex fights out. And a Russian leg sweep. And Alex maintaining the pressure. That's what he's got to do. He's got to stay on top of these guys. He's got to have eyes on the back of his head. He's got to know that Kamala the Bouncer and Rip Saber could become a factor. And that might be why he went for that kendo stick, that Singapore cane, whatever you call it. And now the Wraith using that blatant choke. That is an illegal choke. That is not... I don't know. These guys are playing by their own rulebook. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of blank pages in that thing. Alex blocks the attack. Turns it around. Nice big boot in the corner. And we need a hero here. We need somebody to step up. Clearly, the apathy of the local authorities is apparent. Gee, I don't know if Alex should be out there. He's in the lion's den, and Rip Saber is taking full advantage, and I think it stinks, quite frankly. Once again, the numbers advantage is a 3-on-1. Anybody coming out here has to know that they're not entering a 1-on-1 situation. This is a handicap match by any other name, quite frankly. BWA rules is a bit of a joke. It's a misnomer. But again, I look to the authorities that are allowing this to happen. Local authorities, totally apathetic to our situation. They don't care. No sense of trespass or anything. This is a wrestling problem. As far as they're concerned, it needs a wrestling situation. They say the federations need to work it out amongst themselves. Well, we're doing our best to do that, but clearly that's not good enough. We need regulation here. We need somebody to step in, allow us full access to the building with which we occupy. This is not a BWA building. This is not an ordinary circumstance. Commissioner Mike Haggar, the former mayor of this fine city, negotiated with the new Metro City mayor, Cody Travers, arranged for us to have this permanent residency and to expose the world and to accumulate more of the best muscle bombers in the world. We went out on a world tour, the Crash Carnival, and that was not supposed to be a permanent situation. These jackals, this rogue federation, BWA, seized on that opportunity, took advantage of our absence, took control of this building, and I think it stinks. And we need somebody to step up. I don't know what the purpose of any of this is. Is it about power? Is it about exposing their brand to a bigger audience, to the CWA audience? Because I don't think this is how you do it. I don't think they're making any fans here. I think BWA is just here to disrupt. And it's disgusting. There's an axe kick from the Wraith. Not real keen on that either. Hooks the leg. Give me a break. Give me a break. Here we go! You want a war? You just got one. The Red Cyclone is here. Zangief is here, and I'm holding on to hope. I think this guy could take on all of these fools. This is exactly what we need. We need a guy who can come out here, take on 3, 4, 5 of them, beat them all. We saw Zangief have a tremendous win at the International Blowout over the King of Dinosaurs. Had no chance to prepare for that matchup. That was a complete surprise to all of us. A crossover of sorts. It was SVC Chaos in the Metro City Square Garden Arena that night. The International Blowout. The last time that CWA was free to do as it pleases. Now Zangief comes into the war zone that is Saturday Night Slam Masters. For just the second time, and he's matching up, I suppose, against Kamala the Bouncer, but let's be honest, he's matching up against all 3 of these guys. And there's the big boot! Zangief getting to work! Zangief will do what needs to be done here, and I gotta believe, I have to believe in this man. As he torques the leg, look at the size of Zangief. He is an incredibly impressive individual. One of the biggest muscle bombers in the world, both in size and in reputation. He is a tremendous, tremendous power. We were shocked when he joined CWA in Moscow and he lost to El Stinger. I think that speaks to what El Stinger can do. He is that good. And there's the knee to the face. Zangief goes for the cover. He's maintaining pressure. Already a 2. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. It might not change everything. It might not expel them from the building, but at least if CWA gets a win here, tremendous powerbomb there. If CWA gets this win, if Zangief can put one of them down on the mat, it shows that BWA can bleed. And that is what we need. Look at this, hoisting this giant man up. Fall away slam. Unbelievable. Zangief is a powerful man. Rip Saber on the apron, distracting Zangief. He's got to maintain focus. He has to know that none of that matters. There's a power slam by Kamala the Bouncer. Kamala now trying to fight into this thing. Fireman carry. What's he going to do here? Snake Eyes in the corner. Zangief face first into that top turnbuckle. And he's down as Kamala the Bouncer searches under the ring for another one of those kendo sticks. Damn it! The kendo stick across the skull. That's a bad sign right there. And it looks like the referee is slightly distracted. I like that. Still 2. Maybe Zangief just maybe taking an opportunity to relax a little bit, not expending his energy, kicking out sooner than he needs it. He was able to get a little bit of his wind back, maybe there. Get some oxygen in the lungs to prepare for this next round of... Well, that's not going to help. That's not going to help. Kamala the Bouncer is deadly with that bear hug. That bear hug will squeeze the oxygen out of your body. But Zangief throwing those elbows. Big clap to the sides of the head. And look at that for a clothesline. Ducks the clothesline. Back body drop. And Zangief is firing up. Nice spine buster slam. And Zangief fighting back. What's he gonna do here? The corkscrew pile driver, the finishing move of Zangief. Oh, come on! Rip Saber getting into the ring there, breaking the cover. That was probably it. That corkscrew pile driver is a devastating move. Driving Kamala the Bouncer onto his skull. And once again, the numbers situation is going to play a factor. They're tying up on the outside. Rip Saber is lurking menacingly. There's a front face lock into a stalling hold. Look at the power of Zangief holding that 400-pound man up. What a suplex. And then the diving axe handle smash, damn it. But the damage may be done to Kamala the Bouncer. It looked like he may have landed, come across the edge of the ring there. That's gotta hurt. Rip Saber trying to distract Zangief. Looks like Zangief's not really buying into it. He's got to maintain his focus on Kamala. He's the man to pin. Looks like the Wraith just threw a steel chair into the ring. Maybe planning ahead. Rip Saber trying to get involved here. Kamala chooses to throw Zangief back into the ring. Interesting choice. And Zangief just flexing. He's not too perturbed. Off the ropes. Oh, what a power slam! And Kamala hooks the leg. But Zangief kicks out. The Red Cyclone. The Russian Tsar of Wrestling. And Kamala can't believe it. You better believe it, pal. Zangief is here. And he's here to fight. Clubbing fist. And now he goes for that bear hug again. That big bear hug. He's got Zangief up. Squeezing the oxygen out of Zangief's mighty body. But once again, Zangief is fighting out of it. And what a clothesline. Zangief will never say die. Look at that, lifting Kamala off the mat. What a power slam of his own. And now the Wraith. Looks like the Wraith is pulling at the turnbuckle. Now the rest fixing it. Well, I gotta believe that was a win right there. The ref with his back turned should have been making the count. Not that it matters if Rip Saber's gonna be all over him. Zangief trying to fight three men here. And clearing that spare announcer's desk, maybe gonna use the table. Rip Saber trying for the diving axe handle. I think he missed. It looked to me like he completely missed that. But Kamala sent Zangief into the turnbuckle, hitting the ring post. Bad news. And now bouncing off our announcer's desk. They are right here in front of us brawling. Kamala takes it back to the ring though. I think there is a certain amount of pride in Kamala the Bouncer. He wants to do this on his own, really. And now he gets him up once again for that bear hug. But Zangief is right away going right for the elbows. He knows he doesn't want to be in that hold. Looks for the clothesline again. Couldn't get it. Kamala now burying the fist deep. Deep into the breadbasket. Looking for a big splash, but Zangief had it scouted. Rolled out of the way. Now Zangief. Tremendous blows, and here it is. The corkscrew pile driver. The corkscrew pile driver. That's got to be it. Oh, come on, ref. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now Astro is coming out here. Is this going to be a 4-on-1 now? Give me a break. Astro, the leader of BWA, making his way out as Zangief fights off all of these guys, all three of them. It doesn't mean anything. Zangief is fighting him back. He's not perturbed even slightly. He's going to do what he's got to do. And wait a second, what? Are you telling me where?
You are now entering the hellhole.